All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Left, 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 left. Slow, slow, slow. Slow, slow, slow.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Z, 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 Z. Slow, slow, slow. Z, 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 Z.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Hot, hot.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Jackson on 1st down. That's caught by Ware. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action with Jackson. That is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Slow. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Uzama. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On third down, Henry. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They keep it with Henry on first down. He's to the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. C.J. Uzama, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Now let's go. Blue lining. Blue lining.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Take it at the 37. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Derrick Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mahomes now on first down. This is caught. Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. On second and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Now here's Mahomes finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And the Ravens taking the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Gone! Detroit!
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Chris Jones. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Mahomes now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Being shaped and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. This fielded at the 2. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Henry. Bowls him over. And now running right through it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson now, operating from the gun. Henry's got it out on the left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. He's going to run. And a loose football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what. Running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Malik Collins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Jackson. Pass incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. As his guys are in for 6. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Lucky 56.
Jackson on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
Now Jackson on second down, escaping the pressure right. Fights free at the 5. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Jackson looking to throw on third. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run again with Hunt, and he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. shotgun snap to Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Mahomes again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mahomes to throw once more. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They begin with Henry. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And it's complete. Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And now here comes Kansas City. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Jackson certainly giving the Ravens a spark in his rookie year. He's got him on the move with a first down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw again. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Ravens on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. And Jackson throwing once more. Buying time. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. One final try for Mahomes, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Ravens, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.